Equalities and Inequalities. Welcome back to Crazy IGCSE. For those of you who are new to my channel, hi, this is Crazy IGCSE, where you can study 7 IGCSE subjects at one place. The subjects include biology, physics, English, mathematics, business, economics, and accounts. So here is IGCSE at your fingertips. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment down. Now let's start the topic. Now here are certain symbols you need to learn. So this is the less than or equal to sign, and greater than or equal to sign, less than, and greater than. Now you need to remember that the less than or equal to and greater than or equal to sign, which means the signs which have a dash below, those will be shaded, and this means that the circle you'll be making will be colored. However, for the less than and greater than, which means these signs, they will just be normal circles like this without being shaded. Now here is one question. X is less than 4. Now let's see how we can graph it on a number line. So we'll be marking everything. So here we'll go 2, 4, 6, -2, -4, and -6. Now to draw our number line, we'll have to see that x is less than 4. So that means that our line should be going to the left side, which means below 4, and below 4 are the numbers which are less, which means 2, 0, -2, these numbers are less than 4. That's why we'll have to draw a circle and draw a line and mark the direction. So this is the direction, and now here we have just done a normal circle like this because this does not have a dash down. This is not a less than or equal to sign. This is just a less than normal sign. So we just draw a normal circle. Now for the x less than or equal to 4, for this one we'll be first let's just mark the number line. So this is 0, 2, 4, here is 6, so here is 6, then -2, -4, and then -6. So now for this, the value is x less than or equal to 4. So again it should be lesser than 4, but in this case we'll be shading the circle because it's having a dash and it's a less than or equal to sign. So it will be like this, and then we have to also mark the direction. So this is the answer. Now an important part of this topic is the transformations of inequalities. Now let's see how to do the transformations of inequalities. So now let's see how to solve these questions. So this is an important topic, transformations of inequalities. The first question is 2x minus 3, which is less than 8. So for this one, what we need to do is we write 2x first, then we bring the -3 to the right. So the sign changes, so it becomes 8. Now it's -3, so it becomes +3. So we write 8 plus 3 is equal to 11. Then we put the sign which is in the question, and then we write 2x less than 11. Now we need to make this x alone without the 2. So what we need to do is we write x here, we put the same sign, and we bring the 2 to the right, so it becomes 11 by 2. So here is your answer. So for this question, -3x plus 7, and it is less than or equal to 13. For this question, what we need to do is first we write -3x, then we bring the 7 to the right side, so it becomes 13 minus 7, which is equal to 6. Then we put the sign, and it is 6. Now we want this x to be positive. Now it's here, it is negative, so whenever it is negative we need to make the x positive. For that we write x and we flip this sign, so now it becomes greater than or equal to, and then we bring the -3 to the right side to simplify it, and then we get 6 divided by -3, which is equal to minus 2. So then we get x greater than or equal to minus 2. So here is your answer. Now for this question, 7x minus, so this question is 7x plus 9 greater than or equal to 10x minus 12. So here to remember, the x value goes to the left, so 10x will go to the left, and the value without the I'm so sorry, the 7x will go to 10x and the 12 will come to the left. So here you get 10x minus 7x, which is equal to 3x. Then we also get 9 plus 12, which is equal to 21. So we have 21 greater than or equal to 3x. Now we need to make the x alone. So we bring it this side and we get 21 divided by 3, which is equal to 7. So then we write 7 greater than or equal to x. So now for the next question, it is 1 by 2 x plus 5 less than or equal to 2. So for this we first do x plus 5, and then the 2 in the denominator and the 2 here will be multiplied. So 2 into 2 is equal to 4. So then it becomes less than or equal to 4. After that the 5 goes to the right side, so it becomes x less than or equal to 4 minus 5 is equal to minus 1. So it is x less than or equal to minus 1. Now this is the other question, 22 w minus 4 less than 88. So here we expand the brackets, 22w, and then we multiply the 22 into 4, which is 88. Then we do minus 88, and then the sign we bring it here down, so it's 88 again. Now we just simplify this. So here the 88 will come this side, so we get 88 plus 88, which is equal to 176. So it's equal to 176. And then we get 22w less than 176. So this we have to make the w alone. So we do 176 divided by 22, and the value is 8. So here we get w less than 8. So we're done with solving these inequalities. Now let's see the shading on a graph. So here if it is greater than or less than, the line is dashed. This means that the line which we draw on the graphs, they will be dashed if the question is like, for example, if it is x greater than 2. So on a number line we will get x is equal to 2. So maybe 2 is here. So what we do is the line which we draw to connect over here, that line we will make it dashed. So I'll just show you how it is going to be. So this line will be drawn like this. Instead of drawing it completely straight like this, it will be dashed. And for the greater than or equal to and the less than or equal to, the line will be solid. So like how we drew here, this solid line will be for the greater than or equal to and the less than or equal to. Now let's solve these inequalities. Let's graph them. So here we need to shade the wanted region. Now you need to understand what wanted region means and what unwanted region means. Now wanted region means the region which is asked by the question. okay, which satisfies the equation. But unwanted region means that the region which is opposite the region we are finding. For example, here we are um, getting the shading over here, but it should be opposite, so it will be over here. So I'll be explaining that in detail right now once we solve these questions. So here are the two questions. Okay, so here's our first question. X plus y is less than 3. So here we have x plus y, which is less than 3. Now we need to graph this on a graph. So first we need to just consider that x is equal to 0. Now if x is equal to 0, now we need to find y. So y, which has just a value of 1. So y will be 3 divided by 1. So which is 3 itself. And then we get, then this is one coordinate which we get. Now we need to find the second coordinate. So now here consider y is equal to 0. Now y is equal to 0, then x we need to find. Now again x is also having one value only. So 3 divided by 1 is again 3. So now we have our coordinates. Now we just graph them. So x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 3. We'll mark one point here. Then y is equal to 0 and x is equal to 3 will be marked over here. So now we just need to graph this. We'll draw a line. So our line should join both the points. So this is our line. Now we need to know whether which side of the line do we shade. If we shade this side or if we shade this side. So now to know that, we just need to put 0 in x and y. So it becomes 0 plus 0 less than 3, which means 0 less than 3. We need to identify if 0 less than 3 is true. And now we need to think if 0 is less than 3, thinking in a number line point of view. So 0 is less than 3. That is a true fact. So when it is true, it will be shaded towards the 0 region. Now the 0 is over here. So when it is true, it will be shaded over here. So what we need to do is, we just need to shade this area. We just shade this part and we are done with shading the wanted region. But if they have asked for the unwanted region, now for unwanted region, now we know that 0 less than 3 is true. So if it is true, we shade it towards the origin, which is the 0. But if it is false, we shade it away from 0, which means over here, this side. So when they want unwanted region, now here we got true, they want the region which is not wanted. They don't want true, they want the unwanted region. So we'll have to shade the false region. So we'll be shading this side. This portion will be the unwanted region. So also you need to remember that if there is y greater than or equal to x, it will be on the top side of the line. So here is the red line, it will be top, it will be towards this side. And then if it is y less than or equal to x, it will be below the line, so it will be this side. Now our first question was, so this is our question, which is y greater than 3 minus 3x. Now we need to graph this. To graph this, we will first always need to find the coordinate. To find the coordinate, always consider x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. So this means if x is equal to 0, we need to find what y will be. So y will be 3 divided by 1, which will be 3 itself. So now we got one part of our coordinate. Now consider y is equal to 0. So now we need to find x. So to find x, we have 3 minus 3x is equal to 0. What we do is we bring this 3 to the right side. So we remain with minus 3x is equal to minus 3. Then we get x is equal to 1 after dividing it. Minus 3 divided by minus 3 is x is equal to 1. So then we get y is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1. So now we need to graph these solutions which we have found. So these are the solutions. So x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. It will be over here. And y is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1 will be over here. Now to graph it, we'll just need to join these lines. So from the center point, it's not coming. Okay, from the center point, we draw the line. Okay, so here we drew the line, and it should be accurate here. It's not exactly accurate, but we need to draw with a sharp pencil. So after marking it, we need to know which region to shade. Now if they ask for the unwanted region or unwanted region, I will explain to you again. So if they are asking you for the wanted region, for example, so here we have here we have y greater than 3 minus 3x. So here we'll have to put 0 in the place of y and x. So we get 0 greater than 3 minus 3, 0. So then when we simplify it, we get 0, 3 minus 0, then again we get 0 greater than 3. Now we need to identify whether this is true or false. So our whole answer depends if this is true or false, and you need to remember it based on a number line. So you need to think, is 0 greater than 3 or is 3 greater than 0? So this is false. 0 is not greater than 3, it is less than 3. So when it is false, you shade it towards the you shade it away from the 0, from the region. So we shade it this side. This is if they want the wanted region. But if they want the unwanted region, here we got false. So if this is unwanted, we'll have to shade the true. So here we shade the true side, which is towards the region. So this is how we'll be solving it. So now our next question is 2y minus 3x greater than or equal to 6. So for this, we'll need to do, first we need to find the coordinates. So we'll consider x is equal to 0. So we remain with 6 and 2. So we do 6 divided by 2, which is 3. We got one coordinate. Then we need to find a second one. So we do y is equal to 0 and x is equal to 6 divided by minus 3, which will be minus 2. So we have our coordinates. All we need to do now is mark it. So x is equal to 0, y is equal to minus 3. So minus 3 is below. Sorry, I'm so sorry. This is not minus 3. This is x is equal to 3. So we need to mark a positive 3. So we mark it over here. And then we have y is equal to 0 and x is equal to minus 2. So x is equal to minus 2 is over here. So now we just need to draw the line. So for drawing the line, we just connect these 2 points first, and once it's connected, and it should be accurately drawn. I am repeating this. So after it's drawn, we need to find whether we need to shade below or above the line. Now if they're asking for wanted region, so for wanted region, what we need to do is, so we have 2x minus 2y minus 3x, which is greater than or equal to 6. So now what we do is, we consider, we put the 0 in the y and x value. So it becomes 2 into 0 minus 3 into 0, which is greater than or equal to 6. So we remain with 0 greater than or equal to 6. Now this is, as you can see, it is wrong. It is completely wrong. So this is false. This is false. So we need to draw away from the 0. So this is if they ask for the wanted region. Now if they're asking for the unwanted region, since this is false, we need to make it in the true side. So we shade the true side, which is this side. So this is how we solve it. So now in this question, we'll have to graph both these equations in one graph. So first, let's solve for 2x minus 3y, which is greater than or equal to 12. Now for this, we'll have to first find the coordinates. Considering x is equal to 0, y will be 12 divided by minus 3, which will be minus 4. Then considering y is equal to 0 now, we need to find x. So x will be 12 divided by 2, which is equal to 6. Now we mark these coordinates. So x is equal to 0, y is equal to minus 4. So we get a point over here. Then we're having y is equal to 0 and x is equal to 6. So then we mark over here. Now we just draw our line. So the line is drawn, and then we just write it as well, that this line is 2x minus 3y greater than or equal to 12. Then we solve for we need to solve for the second equation, which is minus 2x plus 3y greater than or equal to 6. So for this, again we do the same. X is equal to 0, then we need to find y. Y is equal to 6 divided by 3, which is 2. Then y is equal to 0 and x is equal to 6 divided by 2, which is equal to minus 3. Now we graph these. So x is equal to 2, x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 2. So we mark it here. Then we have y is equal to 0 and x is equal to minus 3. So minus 3 will come in between the minus 2 and minus 4. So we graph it there. Now we just join these points. And we need to know which region to shade. So for the first equation, to find it, we'll have to put 0 in the x and y value. So it becomes 2, 0 minus 3, 0 greater than or equal to 12, which will mean 0 greater than or equal to 12. And this is completely false. And if they're asking for shaded region, if they want the wanted region, now since it's false, you shade it away from the 0. So we shade it over here. So this is that. And then if they want for the second equation as well, so minus 2, 0 plus 3, 0 greater than or equal to 6. This means it's 0 greater than or equal to 6. This is also false. So we shade it away from the region 0. So we shaded this side. Thank you for watching Crazy IGCSE. Please do subscribe, like, share and comment.